What's going on, guys? A few videos back, I said how I was not prepared for the European season. And since then, and with what, a couple of days to go, and even some leagues have already started, I'm still not ready for it. However, I have made a couple of purchases and I am going to talk to you about them today. There's been a few updates in my gallery. Let's get stuck in. First thing is first, I picked up this guy. You can see here. Look how good these scores have been recently. And it's pretty much since Renuso's come back. Now, if you've been following the channel, you know that I do have a Renuso. And I am getting into the position now where I'm stacking a lot with the midfielders and the forwards and with the goalkeepers and the defenders. And I think it just made sense to have this guy because not only is he in goal scoring form and he picks up really good AA for a forward, you look at this run here, he's got a couple of home games, then an away game, couple of home games again, away game, couple of home games, etc. And as we know in the MLS, home games are absolutely vital. And if he's scoring like that, paired with Renuso, is one of the best cards in the game at the moment. I think it was a decent pickup for me. The next thing I done was actually sold Gears Small. And if you've been watching the streams, by the way, I am starting to stream now. So I managed to sort out my video encoder, which probably means nothing to most people. It didn't to me before. But now it should be smooth streams. So check out for them. I'm doing them a couple of times a week. So stop by, come and have a chat when we're talking about some of the strategies and just random stuff, really. On one of those streams, I was talking about, do I sell Unistal? And really, Smell's injury, even though that now it's just come out that he's only out for a couple of weeks, stopped me making that move, because if I was going to sell Unistal, I was going to sell Smell as well. The reason I sold him is because the injury, and I didn't know at that time how long he was going to be out for. Now, I made this about 2 hours before the the injury news come out, and yeah, he's out for about 2 to 3 weeks, right? But I managed to pick up a decent price for him, because if we take a look at him at the moment, what he's actually going for, well, you can see here sales are all around a similar price to what I have just sold him at, and the most recent one is actually less than what I got him for. What the amount of ETH that I got him for from selling him to obviously that Sir Hiss bot. I didn't want to completely throw away their stack. As I've just said, I'm really into goalkeeper and defender stacks. So what did I do? I went and picked up the other defender there. I went and picked up Joshua Brennett, and he plays right back for them, whereas Smell plays left back. And I managed to pick him up for 0.135. Now, the annoying thing is with this, and again, maybe you guys find this as well, is that on auction, a lot of the time I feel as though I'm competing with traders, and you can see here exactly that. I mean, if this trader, say he stopped bidding after here, I would have got him for 1.12. It is annoying to compete with traders, because I know that, well, everybody knows they're just going to flip it. They're going to make profit out of somebody, and then all of a sudden somebody doesn't get the car because they feel as though they're overpaying. But do you know what? Selling Smell, 20 have got a really good run at the start of the season. They obviously planned like this midweek, which I'll come on to in a minute as well. But it kind of just made sense. Sell Small, pocket a little bit, and then pick up Brennett as well. I might go back and pick up Smell for the rest of the season when he's coming back, depending on what's going on with transfer news as well. This guy was a little bit of a flight risk, but I believe that now the Feyenoord links have actually stopped. But even if he goes to Feyenoord, easy for me to say, then I would be happy with that. I think his scoring continues on that similar path. So he's now in the gallery. The next thing I done was picked up Visca. Now, people who are familiar with like SO5 and been playing Sorare for a long time, you'll know that Visca is one of the most overpowered cards in the game. And that's probably in my opinion. But if we was to look at his scores here, and I'll show you, he's had obviously an injury-ridden season. But if we just go to all here and then take away all of his DMPs, etc., he can really, really spike for a midfielder. Now, here's a Trabzonspor, and that's how he gets on when he's starting. Now, he's had 4 over 90 and 2 over 80 in how many starts that is, maybe 20 or so. I think that everybody's jumped on the bandwagon with Fenerbahce and Galatasaray and Besiktas, etc. And rightly so. You know, I think that they are going to dominate the league, but I think that this club can do a little bit this year. With Visca coming back, I know it's a bit of a risk because, yes, he's been injured, but again, a couple of good fixtures to start off the season with, and who knows? He's capable of spiking, we know that. Now, what I done was I actually paired him with Maxi Gomez, and I managed to pick him up for quite cheap as well. We look at his scores. He's rocketed since a little bit as well because he's been on form in terms of pre-season. Visca is, I think the last game they had, Visca provided 2 assists for him, and he just pocketed them off. Now, there is a bit of a flight risk with him as well because, or not necessarily a flight risk, but they potentially bring in another forward. However, I do believe that he's their main forward at the moment. And when he does play for this club, let's just do it by that. I mean, he scores okay. In terms of AA, 8.5 AA on average is decent. And as I said, he's been on fire in terms of pre-season as well. It's a little bit of a left field stack, but I'm going to see how we get on. Anybody who knows more information about him, leave a comment down below. But I just come across this stack and I thought for the price that I'm going to pay for it, it's a fairly decent stack. So I'm excited to see Visca, and hopefully he can have a really healthy season. Coming on to this week then. So that's the purchases I've made. I am looking at making some more. So, follow me on Twitter at the Parrot Press, because I normally put them up there if I'm making up some purchases, or if not, I'll tell you guys on stream as well. So make sure you turn the bell on, subscribe, and all of that stuff. This current game week, no reward in Champion America Rare Pro. However, we still have this one, the All-Star Rare team. Renuso played last night, Minnesota played last night, and these guys combined it quite well. I don't think that was an assist for his goal. However, yeah, I'll take an assist and I'll take a goal. I'll take 2 decisives. But Buenga, this guy is absolutely on fire at the moment, isn't he? He went through that really bad spell, and I was actually considering not selling him during the bad spell, but just before the bad spell started, I was thinking about selling him kind of around here, around this 62. Stuck with him, kept him out, and then kept him on, and then he's a 92 and 100, which you can't complain with, and hopefully that continues. I mean, Monterrey next game is going to be quite tough. However, they are at home and he is on form. And then we've got Colorado at home there, which is another one that I'm kind of targeting. All we need now is FC20 to keep that clean sheet on Thursday night, and Brennett to get an assist, right? And then we're in the rewards. I mean, we're already in the rewards as we speak. So even when these guys start, so I'm going to move into the top 100. I think 80% of the game week is actually finished. If I can get a tier 2, I'll be super, super happy. Even a tier 3, I'll be happy as well. A nice little bit of ETH coming into the account and another reward, which is everything that I want at the moment in terms of the gallery. I want as much as I can, and I know that everybody wants that, but it's a really key time for me at the moment because I'm backwards and forwards in terms of strategies about what to do. I need to pick up some European super rares that when the MLS stops in a couple of months' time, I've got some supers in there that I can play Rare Pro, especially with the longer competitions playing. That's where I am, guys. That is exactly where I am. What do you think of my purchases? Leave a comment down below. How are you getting on this game week as well? If you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to see some more, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I'll see you in the future.